You're listening to The Services Brief, part of Main Street Media. I'm Taylor. It's Monday, July 27, 2026. 3 stories across the service economy and what each one means for the owner. Start with your cost of doing the work because it just stepped up again in the middle of your busiest season. In the last few weeks, a wave of manufacturers pushed through mid-year price increases on the materials trades by every day. CertainTeed raised prices 6% effective July 20th. Duravent lifted its whole venting portfolio 7%. JB Industries put 7.5% on brass access valves and fittings. Johns Manville went up 6 to 8% on insulation, effective around July 1st. If you run HVAC, plumbing, roofing, or any trade that installs physical product, this lands directly on your job costs. And it's a second increase on top of the tariff-driven bump most of you already ate this spring. Manufacturers raised prices on more than 80% of home service materials this year, and the reasons they cite are the same ones you feel: material inputs and labor. Here's what this means for an owner with crews in the field. Every open quote you've handed a customer that you haven't started yet was priced against last month's cost. The concrete move: pull your first 5 highest volume material items, confirm the new landed price with your supplier this week, and reprice any quote still sitting unsigned before you're the one covering the gap on a job you already promised. Second, a shift on the shop floor for anyone touching vehicles, and it's about getting paid for safety work you're probably already doing. This month, iCar published a new facility and equipment best practice standard for collision repair, spelling out the calibration and equipment a shop needs to fix today's cars correctly. Right alongside it, Mobile Tech RX launched what it calls the first app built for ADAS connected workflow. The driver assistance systems, the cameras and sensors, and automatic braking that now sit behind a bumper or a windshield. The app flags which calibrations a repair requires, prices them automatically, and documents that the work was done. Why does an auto shop owner care? Modern cars are harder to repair, insurers are scrutinizing every line, and calibration is the step that's easiest to skip and most dangerous to miss. Miss it, and you carry the liability. Software that catches the required calibration turns a safety risk into a billable, documented line item. The concrete move: audit your last 10 estimates and check whether ADAS calibration showed up as its own charge. If your shop is doing that work but folding it into labor or eating it, you're giving away margin and taking on risk on every advanced vehicle that rolls in. Third, follow the money, because the roll-up wave just spread visibly into lawn care and pest control, and the reason why is a lesson for any service owner. In the last couple of weeks, Pest Pros bought Eagle Pest Control, a Seattle operator picked up United Pest Solutions, and lawn care companies kept bolting pest divisions onto their roots. The analysts at William Blair spelled out the logic. Once a company owns the customer's yard, selling them a second recurring service, lawn plus pest or pest plus mosquito, lifts revenue per household without the cost of finding a new customer. There are now more than 20 private equity platforms buying up pest and lawn businesses, though the price they'll pay has cooled. Median deal multiples across business services slipped to just under 10 times earnings this year from nearly 12 a year ago. What does this mean if you own a single location service business? A capital-backed competitor bundling recurring services into one household can out-earn you per customer while paying less to keep them. The concrete move: pick one adjacent service you could sell to customers you already have. A maintenance plan, a seasonal add-on, a second recurring visit, and build it in. Because more revenue per existing customer is the exact advantage the consolidators are buying, and it's one you can build without a private equity check. That's it for Monday. Find all of Main Street Media's shows wherever you listen. Subscribe, leave a review, and I'll see you Friday for the Business Spotlight.